Good morning. I know. We're in the same fit as yesterday, but guess what? It's 38 degrees out and I'm cold. So this is what we're working with. So too bad, but another great news. We have a lovely push day. So a little chest, little delts, some triceps, all that good stuff. And we should have, is this gonna load? Are we live? There we go. Now we're cooking. So, concussion protocol. Oh man. I just bonked my head on this lat pull down bar. Oh, we're okay. We're good. Oh, Atlas, good morning. How are you? Oh. Sorry, I feel like you joined like right as I smacked my head on the pull down bar. That's fun. Good morning. All right, we're gonna move you guys over here. Oh. You're good? Good to hear. Happy Friday. I'm good. I'm doing good as well. I was up around 4:30 this morning, and it's just about 6:30. So my son woke up crying for some food. So I went and fed him, and then I figured, might as well just stay up. So I've been up for a bit, but I took today off work because it is my daughter's birthday. So I think we're gonna have a nice day when everybody wakes up and all that. I'm definitely looking forward to it. So yeah. How's your Friday? How are things? Oh, just doing our trying to warm up these shoulders and these scaps. Rotator cuffs a bit. Oh. All right. That should be good. So we're going to start off with some low incline bench. So instead of a, 45-degree angle, which might include a little bit more front delt, the higher the angle. We're gonna do about as low of an angle or of an incline as we can. So we really are keeping stimulus on our chest, build that shelf. Probably don't even need the seat, but whatever. We'll put it on just in case. And yeah, should be pretty solid training session for today. But it is a little chilly. It said 38 degrees on my phone. So could be a cold one. Did I leave my water? No, it's over here. Oh. All right. So we'll get to warming up. These dumbbells are set up with 25s from the other day, so we'll get this 20, 30, 40, and 50. So we'll warm up with some 50s and then probably use 60s for our working sets. We'll just see how this goes. 20, 30, 40, and 50. Oh, there we go. All right. There's one. And now let us do the other side. 20, 34, 20, 30, 40, and 50. There we go. 30, 40, and 50. All right. So after a couple minutes of messing with these dumbbells, and we're good. All right. There we go. Bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Dude, Atlas, I mean, any plans for the weekend? How was your week? You know, all that fun stuff. Okay. It's so weird using this seat at such a low incline, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, it seems pretty unnecessary, to be honest. Okay, we're gonna take this seat off, for sure. Pretty unnecessary, okay. I mean, if I was maybe one notch higher, I would think about it, but at that angle, kind of unnecessary. But one warm up in, feeling pretty good. We'll just throw on another 5 pounds, I'm thinking. Because this is our first week back after a slight hiatus. So we'll do our 2 sets here with our 55s. Oh. And that'll be that. So and our bench is slightly off kilter there, but man, very happy. It's Friday, it's the weekend. Oh. Decided to do a little family time. I'll house. I need to build a shed this weekend. That'll be fun. A 7-foot by 7-foot shed. It's fun on Reddit. There's a whole subreddit community dedicated to sheds, and I think it's called Shedditors. It might just be called Sheddit, something like that. And it was fun going there for some, like, oh, help me understand the base, right? Because you can't just put it on the grass and on the ground. You need some sort of foundation, right? Otherwise it won't sit level. And you want something like slightly elevated, so if it rains, there's like a path, whatever. So I'm spending time on r/Shedditors, and now my whole recommendation feed on Reddit is r/landscaping, r/decks. And so I'm just deep in the home improvement Reddit community. That's fun. Saunas is another one that keeps getting recommended to me. So we're having fun building or figuring out how to build a shed. So. Fishing heights. Well, first of all, hey man, welcome to the MeatHaus. We like to have fun here. Today I forgot to re-rack a single plate on the barbell. I know it's wrong. It was just like a thing I forgot. Someone just came all the way to tell me that. Is that harsh? Isn't that harsh? I mean, yeah. Like, it does seem a bit like a single plate, right, on the barbell. You know, shit kind of happens. You know, nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. If a guy went all the way out of his way to tell you, hey man, you forgot to put this plate away. It's like, okay, dude, I'm sorry. Like, what do you want me to do about it? It already happened. So, I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just, you know, next time, you know, just put your stuff away. But I don't know. I don't know that I would go out of my way to cross the gym to tell somebody to put one plate back. That just seems, yeah, a little excessive. So I wouldn't worry about it, to be honest. Okay, one working set. Oh, all good. All right. Whew. So we'll have one more working set on very slight incline bench, and then we're gonna move to some seated dumbbell shoulder press. So we'll do kind of back to back, you know, quote unquote compound pressing movements. I've noticed if I incline bench or whatever this is, if I press and then do delts, my delts aren't as fatigued than if I were to do delts first and then chest, and then my chest pressing like severely feels impacted and fatigued. So that's why we're doing it this way. What's this? Chest day is like the best day. Today I suffered with a leg day. Yeah, I mean, there's a joke I have with my sister where I always goes, today leg day, and then she goes, tomorrow's leg day, because tomorrow's always leg day. So, yeah, chest can be, I mean, who doesn't love pressing motions, you know, all the beach muscles, stuff like that, but you gotta train legs, you know? Otherwise, people on the internet will call you out for having no legs and small calves. See ya! What's good, dude? Happy Friday. Ah. How are you, man? Whew. Dude, see, I told you we're back. I wasn't lying. Oh, you're dying? I'm sorry, man. I hope everything's going all right for you. Oh man, food poisoning. I'm sorry to hear that. That's the worst. Dude, I hope you're I mean, I hope you're, not to make light of this, but I hope you're close to a bathroom. And I hope you're able to hydrate, because food poisoning is no bueno. So, sorry to hear that, man. Rest up, for sure. All right. Whew. Okay. So, very slight incline chest press done. We'll move on to our shoulder press at this point. I was on my bed the whole day, called in sick for work. Man, really sorry to hear that. What did, dude, what'd you eat? And man, that's the worst. I'm really sorry to hear that. Oh. All right, we'll wheel this guy around. A little bit like that. Get our seat. I'm actually gonna pull this back a bit. Ugh. What are we at? 6:58. Okay. Not doing too bad timing wise. 20, 30. Okay. 20, 30, 40. Yeah. So, have not done any seated dumbbell pressing in quite a while. So, not gonna go too, actually, this should be fine. We're not gonna do anything too crazy weight-wise. Because in the words of you know, great 2010s rapper Tyga. I'm not trying to go to Snap City. Snap City. It's a very millennial joke. So, not for the, maybe not a Gen Z reference people would get. Okay. But we like to have fun here. Think it's chicken and rice because I had a back-to-back call. I was unable to eat it fresh and it went stale, so oof. Oh man. Really sorry to hear that. Food poisoning is just so, it's terrible. So I hope you're resting up. You know, hopefully your stomach has calmed down and isn't, you know, still giving you problems. Hopefully you can hydrate. That's obviously very important. But really sorry to hear that, Sia. It's definitely an oof, major oof. Okay. Okay. I mean, let's see how this goes. I don't really know. We'll see. We're gonna stop there. Ooh. Oh man. Doing a plank right now. Nice, man. That's great. Get that get that core training in. Whew. That's awesome. I have pretty severely neglected direct ab training for quite a while. And I think I might, not today, but maybe tomorrow or something, we might throwing in a kind of like an active recovery day where we'll do some more direct ab training, maybe a little bit more rear delt stuff, some mobility stuff. Yeah, because when you get into your 30s, you know, when you work a desk job, need a little extra time for what would it be, like preventative maintenance, so you don't snap your shit. So, oh, see, yeah, dude, take your time, man. I mean, go rest up. Take as much time as you need, brother. Because we're brothers. Oh. Ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, bum. Psh. Ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, bum. Psh. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're just doing really 2 working sets of everything. Next week, we'll get back to our, compounds, hitting 3 sets, accessories fluctuating between 3 and 2 sets. We'll update the spreadsheet, get that all going again, and we'll be back on our kind of consistent scheduled programming, which will be basically what we were doing before, just back in tracking and all of that. This is again our kind of reacclimate back to training, getting the routine in, waking up early, all of that, and then we'll get everything else sorted. So we'll keep with our bench here, get it set up on an incline, slightly steeper incline than we were doing for our bench. So about there. And we now have a couple sets of dumbbell flies. I really would like some sort of cable machine. That's my, money wasn't an object and I could get kind of whatever I wanted. It would be either like a double stack or a single stack, convert the rack into a double stack functional trainer, for some flies, some cable press. There's just a lot we could do. But here in the garage, space, limiting factor, money, limiting factor as well. But, maybe one day we'll make that investment. I think it also depends, how long, will we have the home gym? The plan is obviously for a very long time, but who knows, as kids get older and, one of them needs a car and blah, blah, blah. So again, these are all future problems that are, 15 years out at this point, but time flies, I'll get here quicker than you think. Okay. So we're gonna do 25s on these dumbbell curls. There's something about, dumbbell curls, these dumbbell flies. There is a bit of, I don't want to say stress, but I do get, how do I want to say this? Like a big fear of mine, maybe my biggest, is like tearing a pec or a bicep or, a quad, something like that. And YOLOing it on some dumbbell flies just seems like a recipe for a bad time. So as we're thinking about, progressive overload and all of those things, I don't know that there's ever going to be a day where I'm dumbbell flying 60-pound dumbbells. That just doesn't seem like a recipe for healthy chest and shoulders. So I tend to not go much heavier than like 30 pounds on these, to be honest. Again, if we had, like a pec deck or a cable machine, it'd be a bit of a different story, but for what we got, about 30 is as good as we're gonna go. What's up, Sia? Welcome back, man. How you feeling? Oh. Whenever I got food poisoning, my mom would always be like, you gotta just eat bland foods, you know, like plain bread or rice or like saltine crackers and stuff like that, just to try and settle the stomach. But dude, really sorry you ended up with some food poisoning. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's food poisoning's no joke. So I definitely hope, excuse me. I definitely hope it all gets, you get better. No, it's all good, part of life. I mean, dude, it's a part of life I wouldn't wish on anybody. So, sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. Thanks for being here. You know, even though you're sick. So, but dude, you asked on, what was it, Monday or Tuesday? You asked, like, are we back? Dude, we're back. We've been consistent all week. You know, no plans of slowing down. So, you know, appreciate your support after our slight hiatus. Glad you didn't forget about me. I think for me, I rarely fall sick, and when I fall hard. Yeah, man. I get that. I'm also not somebody that gets sick too often, but when I do, it's pretty bad. I mean, like at the start of the year, I might have told you this. I had like a pretty minor surgery in January at the beginning of the year, and then like after that, I had to get like a contrast CT scan because they thought I had kidney stones, and that was not fun. Oh, okay. Whew. There we go. All right. So our two kind of main chest movements, right? We did very slight incline chest press into some seated, you know, dumbbell shoulder press, into some dumbbell flies. And then now we're going to do some dumbbell lateral raises while laying on the bench, which I tend to like and enjoy. So, never, like I said, you're like an older brother to me at this point. Appreciate that, big dog. Oh, what did they find in the end? So, I mean, not to get like too gross, but it kind of just like went away. Like I had some pretty intense like stomach pain to where I was like, dude, do I have a hernia? You know, like what happened? Like what's going on with me? And then for the CT scan, they make you drink this like it's like pudding. It's like a watery pudding consistency. So it's like really thick and like kind of goopy. It's like that liquid glue, you know, where you like dip the thing in and you like pull it out and it like kind of sticks and falls down. It was like that kind of consistency because it's like a contrast dye. So I had to drink 2 of those things, and then they gave me an IV also. And in the IV, there's like a contrast dye so they can check like, okay, in my stomach, did I have any like hernias or lesions, or like in my kidneys, were there any masses and stones or like calcifications that got pulled up? And dude, there was nothing. And so then yeah, I just like would pee all the time. And then one day it just like stopped hurting. I have no idea. So still a mystery, but we're gonna do our lateral raises here laying on the bench. So okay. Woo. Man, pretty tough, not gonna lie. Things just happen, yeah. Dude, sometimes stuff happens. The body is weird. So, yeah, but it all worked out, I think. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Oh, all right. Whew, okay. I was watching on YouTube, shout out YouTube, there's a guy named Basement Bodybuilding. I think he's Canadian, or he might be like Minnesotan, I don't know. He's like somewhere where it's cold and that has basements. And he made a video, you know, talking about, or he didn't make a video specifically talking about this, but one thing he talked about is how, you know, there's a lot of people in the like science-based quote unquote community that, you know, speak very highly of like a cable lateral raise for delt training, which obviously we don't have. And so the alternative for me would be, you know, sitting and doing a lateral raise kind of like this, or like leaning off of the rack here and doing those, which I'm sure you've probably seen me doing videos and streams and stuff. But what he was doing was kind of what I was showing, laying on the bench where, you know, from a seated position like this, right, you can kind of get some momentum going. And so the tension in the stimulus kind of starts more so like about here, right? And so the stimulus you're getting is kind of from like this part of the movement. And by laying on the bench where, you know, gravity is kind of keeping your, I don't know why I'm describing it. Oh, thanks, yeah. I don't know why I'm explaining it without just like showing it. Where when you're laying on the bench, right, and we have kind of gravity keeping the weight down here, right, against my leg. So from the jump, we have kind of tension in the movement. Obviously, as we get up here, it kind of goes away, but then controlling it, back down. And I'm only using 10 pounds here, but you know, getting to 12 or 15 on these is very difficult. Oh, okay. Whew. Oh, my vision's a little blurry. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh, okay. Whew. Man, that's not good. Oh, dude, I'm okay. Don't worry. I am chilling. All right. So to wrap this shindig up, because it's 7:23, we need to get this done. Oh, because it is my daughter's birthday. So she should be getting up here in a couple minutes, and then it's family time all day. So let's get this party all finalized. Or not, we're not having a party at our house, but like this gym party. And then we'll go like that. And like this. Yeah, dude, of course. Of course. She'll definitely say thank you. So, of course. Can't believe she's 3. Time flies. But I feel like all parents say this. All parents are like, they're a good kid. You know, he's a good kid. She's a good kid. And she is. She's great. She's funny, makes us laugh. So full of love and laughter and joy, all those fun things. So excited to have a good day with her. All right. Ooh. Okay. I mean, shout out to, some, I guess we'll say, versatile pieces of equipment. You know, using our lat pull down for some with some straps as a tricep extension, or tricep kind of push down thing. All right, here we go. Ugh. Whew. All right, we will do one more set, and that'll be it. Pretty solid push day. Take as many pictures as possible. Oh, we will. We document just about everything. It's fun. My like on Facebook. Oh, the camera's over there. It's fun on Facebook when it'll say, "Oh, on this day 2 years ago," and it's her as just this cute little kid, you know, all dressed up. And I'm sure today's gonna be super fun day. So we document everything, and not just pictures, videos. Videos are also very important, you know. I feel like the millennial generation, the kids like born in like the 90s, I guess, and like early 2000s. Like unless your parents were, you know, filming home movies and stuff on like an actual camcorder type thing. You know, there's not a lot of videos of our generation as children versus now with smartphones and everything. You know, kids have, since like the iPhone in what, 2008 or something, 2009. Now there's just like tons of video of all these kids. So not just pictures, take videos. That's important too. All right. 9. Oh, okay. Sheesh. Also, I know this clanking is probably annoying, so thanks for bearing with me, but you know, it's what we got. All right. Ugh, okay. Man. Okay. That's gonna call it. Whew. Well, right at 7:30. Check us out. Right on time. Right on time. And we'll move the bench out of the way real quick. All right, everything's moved out of the way, and guys, that's gonna call it. So, a bit of a shorter, quicker stream. Like I said, it's my daughter's birthday, so I'm gonna be doing family time all day today. Yeah, thanks for all the support. you know, since coming back. I know we had a couple week hiatus, but we're back, being consistent. Yeah, if you like training content, all that fun stuff, please consider, you know, following here on Twitch, subscribing over on YouTube, all that fun stuff. Appreciate you guys. I like doing this. See ya. Really hope you feel better, my brother. And yeah, guys, we'll talk soon. Have good Fridays. Have good weekends. Finger guns. Oh, I've been playing a little bit of Red Dead, so I'm doing Deadeye. All right. Catch you guys later.